Hello, hello. This is Carla Michelle, and I'm so happy to be here with you. I don't know why I did that. But it's so good to have this time with you. Once again, thank you for pushing play. And if you have not already, please go ahead and subscribe to the Strong Network podcast. I would love to have you as part of the fam here, part of the Strong family, as well as I am on Instagram at Miss Carla Michelle, MsCarlamicGlle. And there is a Strong Network podcast Instagram page as well. So, yes, I need to do better with that page, I have to admit. But it's good to know that you're there, and you can always DM me if you have questions about the podcast. So, take advantage of that. Today, I want to talk about perspective. And the title of this episode is Everything Always Works Out for Me. Everything always works out for me. And it's a saying that I use for myself. I mean, it's almost like an affirmation. It's almost like a proclamation of my expectation in my life that everything always works out for me. I see it in my clients and how things always work out for them in different ways. Now, let me tell you this. When I say everything always works out for me, that is in the midst of the good and the not so good. That I say everything works out for me, even if things are not feeling right, because sometimes things don't feel right, even though you could see things are going well, but it's just that feeling. Even if I don't feel like everything is working out for me, I still believe everything works out for me. If I've gotten some news that I particularly don't care for, everything still works out for me. If I see something that didn't go as planned, everything works out for me. Everything works out for me. And that is why I want to talk about perception. Because I believe perception is the key in so many things of how I view and how you view your life. Because how you view your life is how your life is viewed. How you view your life is how your life is viewed. People say, you know what, you're always smiling or happy. Well, doesn't it make sense if I'm often saying everything always works out for me? And there is a truth to believing that. There's something that happens with your body and your mind. It can push fear away from you when you're saying something like that. It could help you believe at a higher level when you're saying everything works out for me. It can change your day, your temperament. It can change how you interact with people. That you won't always see like, oh, they're out for me. They're out there. This is happening. Oh, they don't see. Oh, everything always works out for me. I don't care about what it looks like right now. I am not focused on what someone is saying about me or against me or for me. Well, for you care about what's good for you. But for some people, what the doctor is saying, everything always works out for me. Or what your spouse or partner is saying, everything always works out for me. There's so many things that we have to understand that perception really is important. Um, I do have a client goes, that experiences a lot of opportunities to believe that everything will work out for them, even in when it seems like it's just not going to happen. It's like the 12th hour and it just doesn't seem, but everything turns around and it works out for them. It really, 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 really does. And it happened at the beginning when I was saying this during our sessions, our coaching sessions. I believe that was, and I believe, well, I was going to say, I believe that it was very hard for them to believe what I was saying. But it's confirmed it was very hard to believe because now that the eyes of understanding are clearer, they are now on board. Everything always works out for me. Now, does anyone like the process of everything working out? No, we're not talking about the process here, but we are talking about the end result. Everything always works out for me and months. And I think I've been working with this person for, oh gosh, uh, 1 year, 2 years, probably 2 years, a little over, coming up 2 years, over 2 years now, going in our third year. Everything always works out for them in some form or fashion, and seeing the growth take place, seeing the change, seeing the leaps, seeing the trust, seeing the faith. Everything always is working out for them. For me, I think about why do you say that? Why do you say that, Dr. Carla? Why are you saying everything works out for you? Well, because everything better and needs to. That's just the simple fact. I can't make it deep. I can't make it simple. I mean, spiritual. I have to say everything always works out because I need everything to work out for me. So I'm going to say that instead of saying nothing works for me. Nothing ever comes together. I am always, I don't want to say that. I want to say the results that I want. Everything, I've been through a divorce years ago. Gosh, it's been so long, but everything worked out for me. Raising my children, thank God, everything has always worked out for me. Was it easy raising four children? No. Two boys, two girls. No, it wasn't. And it's just part of being a parent. It's just part of making decisions. It's part of guiding them through their life and their growth. Things can get rough, but yet everything always works out for me. You see how it could get a little contagious? And at first you may feel like, oh, this is a joke. I'm not going to say this. But why not? What do you have to lose with changing your perception of how your life can be? And pausing on purpose. There's also the perception of money. Money, the psychology of money, how you pay your bills, how you buy stuff, how you create um, income, how you maintain your income. So it turns into, so say you're looking for certain things financially, and you have an investor, which I call your job an investor, or if you work for yourself, you invest in yourself. And you have some situations, maybe you want a raise or promotion, or how you look at it. Because if you go in and you really believe that they're against you, they'll never promote you, and then that is more than likely the results you give. Now, a disclaimer, if you're really working in a toxic environment, we're not talking about that. Everything still works out for you. It just means you need to change your environment possibly so that things can work out with you. Because everything working out for you doesn't mean you're staying put. It means that there is some transitions that need to take place possibly. There's some changes, there's some decisions, and you base your decisions and your transitions on knowing that everything works out for you. So you make decisions knowing that it is going to be good. So when you come to your money and the money that you need, and I tell you, this particular client that I use as an example, and for myself, when I know that, say, an invoice has not been paid, and I normally don't have a problem with invoices because I never say I have a problem with invoices being paid. I say my invoices are paid on time and in excitement, But if that is your issue with money and collecting your money or receiving your money, and also when it comes to your promotion and the levels you want, everything still works out for you. Maybe it doesn't come through that particular way, but I've seen money come in different ways. And that's the thing, you have to open up. That's another thing, not just one thing. You have to open up your mind to know that things working out for you come in on various channels. It is not just one way. It is not through one person. It is not through one thing. We have to not be insular. We have to look wider and deeper and higher. From the north, the south, the east, and the west, things can come in from various people you don't even know, people you just meet. I've heard stories of people getting tens of thousands of dollars from people they just met who want to invest into their business. Everything works out for you. everything. Love psychology, the psychology of love, when you think about it, most of us look at it as it's the perception of, I want to get married because I want to be taken care of. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's your choice. But then you have to remember as well, if you're just looking for someone to take care of you, what are you also bringing to the table? So they're taking care of you, whatever that taking care of you is defined for between your relationship. What part do you play? What part do you play? Also, what is more than just having cute kids with this person, or if you don't want kids, the atmosphere you think that's going to happen, but it's your perception of thinking bigger. How can you take this love that you have and it's not just one-sided, that it's bigger than you, it's bigger than them, it's more of a we thing, and you're expanding your mind and your love and your heart bigger and better, because everything always works out for you. So why don't you go bigger? Why don't you go wider? Why stop at just, I want to be taken care of? And I don't, well, I'm trying to think. I love being taken care of. Care of is different than being provided for, and I love both. But I also want to bring something to the table, not because I would feel I need to prove something, or I just, I don't know. I like that. One, I have to be honest, I kind of like the freedom it gives because I bring something to the table financially, um, as well as I know I'm contributing to our dream as a couple. So, and also, what kind of job? How are you limiting yourself when you do not believe everything will work out for you? Is it to you just a job, or you just want a title, or you want the pay, or you want the perks, or you want the corner office? But what else is in there? What perception can you shift to have more than just the want and the desire, but you bring life to your place of employment. You bring life to your love. You love life. You bring life to your money. You bring life to your relationships. You bring life to your business. Bring life. Bring life. There's nothing like living in your past where the past is dead and you're trying to resuscitate it to live for now. When it's dead, let it go. Let go of anything that holds you back from who you are today and living the life that you deserve. Change your perception. Change your perception about your life. Change your perception about your health. Change your perception about your family. Change your perception about your children. Change the perception even of strangers that you meet. Change the perception. You never know who is crossing your path. You never know why someone's looking at you. You think, are they looking at me? You never know what it is. So change your perception based on everything works out for you. That should be a freedom cry for you, that you can do anything and everything you put your mind to, because you know everything works out for you. Even if it appears like a failure, it's not. It's a win. It's a lesson. It's a learn. It's something that you've embraced. You're not the same. Even after a win, you're not the same after a non-win, because everything always works out for you. All right, this is quick, really quick, but I got to jump on a call. And I appreciate you for tuning in. Thank you again. Please share this with someone, your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, your cousin, your coworker, someone you don't like. No, you should like it. Well, we can't like everybody, but so just share it is what I'm saying. I appreciate you. Once again, please reach out to me at hello@drcarlainc.com. That's HELLO at Dr. Inc. DrCarlainc.com. Dr. Carla Inc. And I look forward to spending more time with you. Until next time, take care. And remember, everything always works out for you. Take care.